Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making two Miniverse Make It Mini Diner Series 4. So this should be a harvest salad and the brick toast. So for the harvest salad, there is a pinhole right above the A in make. And then for the brick toast, there is a pinhole right above the T in it. So let's take the wrappers off and see if these are accurate. All right, we have this. I don't know if the app is working again, but I have like a whole pile over here that I need to scan. Let's see. We have goat cheese. So yeah, this one's a salad. Pecans and cranberries. Camera's not wanting to focus. There's not much in there, I can tell. Also have kale. Apples. I think those are supposed to be sweet potatoes. If you've never had sweet potato in a salad, it's fantastic. I used to order a lot of the HelloFresh meals, and they oftentimes will put like squash or something, sweet potatoes in salad, and it's really good. So here's our bowl of Veggie Good Day. We have a berry vinaigrette resin. And then in here, we probably have tongs and a fork. And we do. So that's awesome. That one is accurate. I'm going to clean up and then we'll open this other one. I was going to open the other capsule, but I was like, I guess I should just build this one real quick. And while that's curing, then we'll open the other one. So we have some kale. I like when they do this, when they do like some lighter, some darker. It gives it a nice dimension. I hope it's going to be able to cure all the way through the bottom though. I might do it in layers. I've done that before with salads where I just maybe put like this much in, stir it around, cure it, and then I keep adding to it. I might do that. I realized I forgot to show you the checklist. So it has adding the resin and the lettuce or the kale and mixing it. And then you add all your toppings and cure it. But like I said, I'm probably going to do a separate little step here. We'll see how it goes when I start mixing it. Ooh, that's such a pretty color. Just going to put a glob in there. And I should have some left over so I can do some remixes with those. It's pretty thick, so when you start mixing, it does clump up like this. Totally normal. And again, that's kind of why I get concerned about it curing. I told the story before, like the first series or so that I did with Miniverse, I think were like pies, and I thought they were cured. So they get, thrown in my daughter's room and her little organization, little system she had. They were not cured, and they started leaking because they would be knocked on their side. So they would just lay like that, and then stuff would ooze out of it. And yeah, I had a freak out moment. So now I like over cure everything and try to make sure we have like a nice even layer like that. So I am going to zap this, then I will add more, and then I think we should be okay to keep building. So we have the base level cured. Going to add in some more. Add another drizzle of resin. More of a glob. And see if we can get that to mix. I'm excited for the toppings. I think this is a really cute idea. I have liked the salads they've done in the past. But I'm curious to see that brick toast that we're doing next. Never heard of brick toast. Looks interesting. They definitely have some unique ideas. And if you're not already following me on Facebook, I have a link below. I post little spoilers, and when new releases drop, sometimes I post pictures of like customs I make. I try to post a couple times a week, but nothing like too crazy or overbearing. But there's a new nature set that has like a lemon tree that looks pretty cool. Lots of new stuff coming. Do I want more lettuce than that? Probably just a little. I keep calling it lettuce, it's kale. But I don't think I want too much. Because again, layers, we need to cure this, and I almost feel like I should cure this and then do the final little layer. I think I might. I don't think you can mess it up doing it in layers. I think it's kind of the smart way. So let's zap that real quick. Now, hopefully the last and final step for this salad. Another absolute glob of resin. It's probably not even necessary. It just comes out of the bottle kind of fast. Ugh, is that a piece of hair? Yuck. I shed like a dog, so let me get that out of there. Though it would kind of be realistic. If you got really long hair and you shed, you know how hair gets everywhere. Okay, so we got like a whole pool of resin right there. I'm gonna try to scrape it out. I think the leaves are pretty well coated and glossy looking. I'm flipping some of them over. That one looks pretty dry. Gonna mix it into the resin pool that we have in the center here. Okay. So something like that. Now we gotta add all of our little fixings. So this is supposed to be goat cheese, and it's essentially white rocks, we'll call it. It's the kinetic sand feeling stuff. I think I'm gonna place some of that, trying to kind of ball it up. Then I'll just drop it random places, kind of evenly dispersed around the salad. Something like that. Then we'll take some apple pieces. I feel like some of these should be buried. Which I guess that's the con of curing it in layers. We can't fully stick stuff down there. I think it's still manageable though. I think this is cute. Maybe do one like something like that. And we're gonna take what I think is supposed to be sweet potatoes and stick those in there as well. They didn't give us too many, but I'm just gonna put them in there, kind of tap them in, put some like under the leaves of the kale. They're not leaves, but you know what I mean. I think that's cute. Then you could drizzle a little resin on top if you want more. But I think that's pretty accurate. Let me look at their picture. I feel like their picture is a little bit cuter, but I'm gonna add some right there. And maybe one more sweet potato there. Should I drizzle the resin? I'm gonna put some on the toothpick and see. Too bad it's not a little bit thinner. I could probably warm it up, but maybe if I drape some over like that, also ensures that those apple slices are stuck to it and they aren't gonna fall off the salad. Yeah, it's a little difficult because, like I said, it's thick resin, but I think this looks cute. I'm gonna go ahead and cure it. I'd like to take a poll to see how many people were yelling at me, "You forgot to put the pecans and cranberries on." Because I literally just set it under the light for maybe 10 seconds, realized it, took it out, it's already dried. But it's okay, we can fix it. Let's see what these look like. Oh, those are cute. They definitely look like cranberries and pecans. And there's not many, so I'm probably going to use them all. So for this, I'm literally going to just kind of paint it on with my toothpick, and then we'll sprinkle it, and wherever it happens to land, that's where she's going. As you can see, some of it hadn't cured yet, but the one area that I touched, it did. So we're just gonna sprinkle and drizzle. Like that. Okay. Oh my, yeah, make sure you throw it too, that's cool. I always have quite a time when I'm making these. Drop stuff quite often. So I'm gonna cure this. And I like doing the Dairy Queen flip test after I cure it, so I could see if there's anything not stuck down. Here's the finished salad. It does indeed pass the flip test. So everything is stuck down appropriately. Very cute. Love the wooden bowl. This is working again, so I'll try to remember to scan that for you. So we have another one of those. The perfect scoop. For a minute there, I was like, "Ugh, please tell me it's not wrong," and I got the taco ice cream thing, because I don't particularly want that one. We have matcha, whipped cream, strawberries, our little candy sticks. I don't know what those are called. Oh my gosh, our actual brick toast. That's so interesting. Some berry syrup with a nozzle. And I'm assuming a spoon. Ooh, they did give us a little scooper. Cute. And no spoon, they give us a fork. Let's clean up and make this one. Here's the instructions. We're going to take out that middle part of the bread, add our ice cream, and then add everything else. They also did a little pile of strawberries and whipped cream on the plate. Might do that if there's room on the plate, but let's see. Gotta open this. I love these little ties on there, they're so cute. Where is this one? This is my favorite tool here. kind of looks like a block of cheese or tofu or something. So you're not going to use that part. You can use it for, I guess, a remake of some sorts. Okay, we're going to put our matcha ice cream in there. So they have it like that. And then they take 2 of these, put it on the corners. See if I can, yeah, they nicely fit in there. Like that. So far, pretty easy. Now, drizzling the resin all over. You could let it run down the side, or you could even do that part first if you wanted and cure it. And then it's almost like they have it scooted back here and then they put a pile there. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. We'll just see how runny this stuff is. I'm just going to start with a dollop there. Looks like it might, yeah, it's going to start running. I like to kind of naturally let it run like that, and then you can go in and take a toothpick and guide it as well. Yeah, I guess I'll go in and start guiding it. It's not as runny as I thought it would be, which is, it's fine. I'm just going to pull it down certain areas without knocking it completely over. But we can redirect some of this to go down the other side. And then you can do multiple layers of this, which is probably what I'm going to do, because it's going to make it look more pink. If you just cure it like this, as you can see, as it thins out and runs, you can start to see the green behind it. Trying to slowly move that over there. So I'm definitely going to do 2 layers. So I might actually do that now. Cure this real quick and then go in with that second layer. Okay, I cured that real quickly. Ooh, it's not stuck to it though. Okay, so, well, now it will be. Just put a drop there. And then I'm going to kind of trace where I already have it, just to make that a darker pink. And then just kind of paint it around. I guess I'll go ahead and put the dollop of whipped cream on top now. But I think I'm going to come back and add the strawberries on it. Well, I guess I can do that now. They have them like on the side. See, this is a good one. Might stick it like that. I'm gonna put some resin down there too, but I'm going to cure this part first. It's still wobbly, so let's drip some down there so that the 2 pieces are connected. Squeeze some down there. And I guess they do have like a strawberry jammed in there as well. I might put one back there. This is an interesting build, I think. I'm gonna put that like that. And then they have one like shoved in here, which I kind of like for stability. Kind of want it leaning the other way though. Or maybe that's okay. Maybe that's not bad. After this cures, we can do the drips down the side. All right, let's try to do some of the drips. I think it would be cool having one on an angle like that. I should probably kind of line this. And then have them varying lengths. Would be great if it wasn't so bubbly. But you can also go back and do this twice to make it more pigmented, which is what I like doing. I'll let that one drip like that, cure it, and then I'll do more, and then I'll do a second layer. So I did some of the other sides. I have this side left to do. So what I've kind of been doing is starting on the ledge here. It feels like there's not much resin left in there. And then I like dripping them down the corners at different lengths. Oh my gosh. Here we go. About to say, it didn't feel like there was too much left in there, but there should be. It's just super bubbly. So something like that. And then I'll show you a 360 here in a moment. And then we'll go back over it and do a second layer to make it extra pink. This is how it's looking so far. My only regret is that I did put too much on top here. So when you're looking at it head on, you can't see any of the ice cream, but you can from the sides. But I still think it looks cute. So I'm just gonna go back kind of in the order that I did it and start with this side and just put a light layer of resin over where I already put it. And then we'll cure it. And I'll continue to do one side at a time, and I'll show you what that looks like. So that's the side with 2 layers, side with 1 layer. I feel like it's more obvious in person, but I did put a lot on that first layer, so probably don't need to do this part, but I like the pigmented look. So I'll finish doing that and then I'll show you the final product. This is how it turned out. Very pink. I think it's cute though. And then I will do the adding of the game, the card here in just a second. And then if you download the app, there's a thing in the corner that's up very high. And to scan it, you just tap the back and then hit collect all. And then you have all the ingredients for that recipe to use within the game. So pretty easy. And then it tells you which ones you have and which ones you need. You can see them. I have these, but I just haven't filmed them yet. But yeah, it has spaces on there, some of the smaller ones, and then the cafe as well. So it's a cute little game. But that is what I have for you today. Leave me a comment. Let me know which one you prefer. Do you like the brick toast or do you like the salad better? They're both very different. One's a dessert, one's something healthier. I kind of lean towards the salad. I think that's a little bit more fun, but the brick toast was definitely unique too. So let me know which one's your favorite and I will talk to you in our next video. Bye guys.